It's boys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel here today. We have a brand new one for you. It's a brand new series, Veggie Versus, on the channel, where we will be having some special guests come on and take us on in a one season wonder challenge. We're going to do the analysis throughout the video. We'll talk to the guest and we'll see kind of who does better, who is the better football manager. And today we're starting things off with a bang. Our first guest on the show is an FM Playoffs quarter finalist, GeoGuessr Pro, and an all-round FM Twitch legend. Currently doing Palermo Save on his Twitch channel. He also runs drafts every Sunday. They're quite fun. I've won a couple of times. We know each other well. He's a good man. He's a great streamer. Make sure you go check him out. His name is SiMaggio. That is correct. So we're going to go get started. But before we do, make sure you drop a like on the video, hit subscribe, and make sure you go drop him a follow. Hit it up. We're going to get started now. See you in a minute. So hello, Mr. Maggio. How are we doing today?
Veggie, I'm very good. I'm ready for this challenge.
Yep. Do you think you feeling confident? Are you gonna surprise a couple people?
No, I'm not feeling confident. This is my own team as well, so yeah, if I don't win, it's gonna be a bit embarrassing, but we'll see.
We'll see where it goes. So, but before we kind of get into the video, why don't you tell us kind of a bit about yourself? Do your own self promo, etc. Your Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, all that good stuff.
Yeah, sure. So over on Twitch, I stream Football Manager mainly. I do a lot of drafts. I do a couple other games as well, GeoGuessr. But in Football Manager at the moment, we're playing with Palermo, which is a Phoenix club. They went bankrupt a few years ago. They were in Serie D last year. This year they're back in the game because that league's not in the game, well, not by default. And we've got them up to Serie A at the moment. We're pushing on Europe in the current save, but yeah, that's what's going on over on the Twitch. On Twitter, you can find me at SiMaggio FM, and on YouTube, you can find me. I don't know what it is. It's SiMaggio. I do some stuff over there as well. There's some draft tip videos and stuff like that for Football Manager.
Yep.
And then also on TikTok, I've got a TikTok because I'm down with the kids and stuff. I hated TikTok. I did like the idea of it too, but we got one. We're doing GeoGuessr tip videos over on TikTok. So just stuff for real beginners. If you never tried GeoGuessr and you want to get into it, it's a good place to start, rather than learning weird bollards in weird countries.
Yeah, I do recommend those videos. I've said to you before, they certainly help me. Even with the little compass things, like very basic beginner tips, but boy, they genuinely make a difference. Like figuring out where you are in the world. It's very much.
I mean, I've been watching some pro players, and you'd be amazed how many times they just forget to look at the compass, or just forget to look at the sun, or just forget to, do look for a road. Like they just fly past a road sign that tells them exactly where they are.
Big sign.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh dear, you hate to see it, but it works. So there you go. Cool. So the name of this challenge is Veggie Versus, where we have a content creator, e.g. yourself, come down and they lay down a challenge of the one season wonder, where we take a club or whatever and we see who can do better. So what club did you come across and give us, and why this club?
So I've given us Portsmouth, which, well, one, it's my own club. Two, a bit like Palermo. Well, it's not a Phoenix club, but it's certainly fallen from its lofty-ish position.
Yep.
10 or so years ago, up in the Premier League, back down to League Two. Now they're in League One, but they got a good foundation. There's a new owner, or fairly new owner, a little bit of money. They should be one of the richer teams in the league. Decent-sized stadium. So you got a good platform to launch a promotion bid with.
Yep.
And this season they didn't make it. They missed out on the playoffs on the last day of the season, and really they should have done better. But yeah, I think it's got one of the stronger squads in the division as well. So
yeah, they do have a good squad there.
Get them promoted.
Yep. So what was your expectations going in? Like you said that they managed to bottle the chance of promotion in real life. Was your expectation going into the save that you could best that result and kind of get yourself either automatic promotion or through playoffs? What would you say?
Yeah, automatic promotion I think would have been the thing to go for.
The target. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I mean you're in a couple cups as well with them, which makes it makes it fun, so you can get some of that fan cup glory from either the Carnival Cup, like the FA Cup, or the Papa Johns. But we'll talk about them once we kind of get into them. So next up, we've got the January transfer and tactics is what I've set out to talk about. So did you have a tactic in mind that you wanted to play in, or did you just kind of
January transfers?
not January, sorry. Yeah, I'm far in advance. Summer transfers, yep, summer transfers.
What do they use? I was just using a 4-3-3 as a tactic, like with a CDM.
Yep. Okay.
Midfielder, 2 wide inverted wingers or inverted forwards, and I had John Marco as a pressing forward.
Okay.
And then on one side, I had, it depends which player I had, but I had a full back or a wing back on either.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And it was like a bit of a tiki-taka play because there's quite good passing in the team, so I figured I would make the most of that. In terms of transfers, I bought in quite a lot in the summer. We bought in, let's see, so Charlie Daniels and Jordi Hawala come in already.
Mm-hmm.
And then I bought in Callum Johnson from Accrington as a right back.
Okay.
Was he already there? He might have already been there.
Johnson, I don't have him in my squad, so I don't think so.
And Taylor Seymour, which is a goalkeeper. Okay, and then I went out and grabbed some loans. I got Andrea Carboni from Cagliari, who's a good wide player. Ben Woodburn from Liverpool, who's another good wide player.
Yep.
I got Cyril Theroux on a free, 37-year-old striker, just to act as a backup as a position that was a bit weak.
Yep.
Jordan Greenridge. Actually, is a player for the future. I don't know why I bought a player for the future, but I did. He was free, and I think he wanted like £50 a week or something. So.
That's the inner Pompey fan coming out on you, trying to develop.
Yeah.
Thinking
he's
into
never
the future.
He's never going to see the light of day. He's there.
Yeah.
Jacob Moder on loan from Brighton.
Moder's a good
You've also got, I think they have Ben White on loan from Brighton, don't they? Not Ben White, Harvey White from loan from Brighton.
I believe
from Tottenham. Robert Navarro I also got from Tottenham. I've got about 5 players who can play on the left wing now. Owen Owatosi on loan from Wolves, and Richard Narty on loan from Burnley. So a whole load of loan players.
Yep.
Because I just shifted all that transfer budget into loan budget,
yep,
or wage budget, and just loaned a load of players in.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to go, especially like I think at the start of every season, and especially this Football Manager with the COVID situation, etc. A lot of teams' budgets are a lot lower than like the next season. So I think going and taking loans, especially when you're not looking to the future, is probably the best way to go about it. Because why do you need to spend your money when you can get a potentially better player for a fraction of the price, right?
Yeah, and unless you can find a hot prospect, like if you're planning on getting promotion, what's the point in buying them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Next season they're going to be useless. Well, they're not going to be useless, but they're probably not going to be good enough for the division
for
above.
the top. Yeah.
I mean, you could leave yourself short when you do get that promotion. So you just got to hope that the board gives you a bit of money to invest with.
Yeah.
But yeah, like generally, you're going to need better players in the next division anyway.
Yeah. I mean, the only business I done was I brought in Luca Connell and Stephen Welsh from Celtic. That was literally it. I'm trying to look to see if I put anyone out, but I don't think I did. I think I may.
You didn't bring in any extra loans or anything?
Nothing. Literally, you've got Bruce Anderson, Nathan Coombs, McSkeen, Stephen Welsh, and Luca Connell, and I think 3 of them were potentially there already. Because the first one, the first transfer business I did was 29th of August. So yeah, the rest are in advance. Never mind, I'm reading that the wrong way down. So I do some business in January that I didn't actually realise I'd done, but we'll get to that later on.
Your January transfers.
I genuinely don't even think I used them, but anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, cool. So tactic I used was like a 4-1-2-1-2 almost. I had complete wing backs, and then I played like a register in the hole, and then I had a box to box, a Mesla, shadow striker, and 2 strikers. So I played Hawala up top for most of my season.
Who chooses your left wing back? There's no natural left wing back at the club, I don't think.
I had Brown.
Lee Brown.
Lee Brown, yeah, and I think Daniels also played a couple games for me.
I played Lee Brown a total of 5 times.
I'm just going to look at Charlie Daniels. Yeah, he played 13 games for me. I think Brown played
Charlie
the
Daniels
rest.
do it, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, man.
Let me double check career stats. Yeah, he played 36 games, but I think he played on both sides for me at times.
Yeah, he's quite.
Yeah. Cool. So if we run it through competition by competition, we'll start with the Carnival Cup because I believe that is the first sort of competitive game that you get into. So who did you have? I had Oxford first.
Coventry.
Coventry, cool. So we get different teams. I bowed out very early doors to 3-1 loss, which was very disappointing. All the action in the first half, and I just couldn't get anything. Did you have any more luck?
Okay, tell me what you think the result is based on this, right?
Yep.
Coventry had 3 shots,
Yep.
3 on target, an XG of 0.16.
Right.
They had 39% possession. They had 81% of their passes complete, and they had a red card in the 37th minute.
Jeez,
Okay.
wait, you've got to say you've ran away with that. Surely that's like a 5-0.
Pompey,
Yeah.
17 shots, 9 on target, 1.38 XG. So it's not a massive XG, but it's enough probably.
Yep.
12 corners to Coventry's 1. 92% of passes, pretty good pass rate.
Yep.
61% possession.
Yeah, I'm thinking you've either smashed that or it's been like a 0-0 draw. That's the
We
two.
lost 1-0. We lost 1-0.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, that was a
That's
good start to the season.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost to a championship team. But
the stats aren't that great on it. To be fair, that's devastating. At least we're both out the cup quite early doors. I'm not down in that one as yet. But then the next game, the immediate next game for me actually 4 days after was the first game in the Papa John's Trophy, which is probably our best chance at a trophy bar the league if we get to that.
the board don't care about the Papa John's Trophy.
Yeah.
But Pompey have already won it. They won it 2 years ago. They were in the final last year, although the final was played this year against Salford, which we lost on penalties. And then the next day they played the final for this year's one, which I think was Sunderland Lincoln or something. But yeah,
The board not fans of this trophy, but it's a chance at silverware for
Right.
one of us. If we can get our first silverware in a managerial career, I'm sure we would take it. So I had what I have: West Ham under 23s, Colchester, and Southend. Are you picking
we
the
had
same
the
group?
same 3. We had
Yeah,
the same 3.
Lovely. So I topped the group with 9 points. I won in all 3 games, which was pretty handy for me. Had my confidence boosted. Did you much the same?
Yeah, good early wins. 3-1, 3-1, 2-0. So just smashed
Smashed through
that.
them all. Probably games we should be winning, I think. I mean, Colchester, League 1, Southend, League 2, and then West Ham under 23s. You probably fancy yourselves to win that. Right, let me navigate through. So, Southern section, second round. Portsmouth versus Wimbledon for me. We win 3-0. So
At Exeter.
Exeter.
And we got a 3-1 win. This is in December, isn't it? This is just before Christmas.
Yeah, just before, yep. So then we go through to the third round, and I have MK Dons, fellow League 1 side. Quite a tough game for me. MK Dons kind of competitive for most of it, and I got beat 2-0.
We had Swindon. We played Swindon 2 weeks earlier. We drew 2-2. Went to penalties. We beat them on penalties.
Players stepping up with composure for that one. So then that takes you
Yeah,
to the quarter
We actually got a
final.
penalty in the game as well.
Oh, did you? Did you score it or did you miss that one?
Yeah, Harvey White scored it.
Scored it. Nice.
And then
So good to
we had
see.
some. We saved a couple of penalties, so we didn't have to have De Gea in goal.
Yeah, you like to see that. Yeah. A keeper that knows how to take penalty shootouts. That's what you need. So then, quarter final. Who do you get?
Bradford City.
Ah,
This
okay.
is in February now, so we've
Yep.
had the January transfers, and I had a double from a January sign-in.
All right. Okay.
Who
Yep.
we'll come back to.
Yep.
A first team Liverpool player that we got in. Well, borderline first team Liverpool. I'm surprised we were able to get him in. He's certainly played first team football for Liverpool this year, but we'll come back to him.
Yep. So,
Semi-final,
Yep. Who
we
do you
went
take?
up against Man United.
Man United under 23s, is it?
Yeah. Not the
Yeah.
full team.
That's like how have they
Let me
entered this
just see who
competition?
they played. Let me see if they played anyone like really good players. They've got Hannibal up top, Shore Tyre, Galbraith, McCann, They got some players who've been
Got some
good
game time.
prospects or seen around the team.
Mhm.
But these aren't players. I think Hannibal, we even tried to get him on loan at some point. If I look at Hannibal's attributes, he looks pretty decent. He's got 1 for long throws, so I don't know if he just doesn't have hands or something. And we beat them 4-1. We absolutely smashed
Oh wow,
them.
nice. Okay. So then you go into the final.
Yeah, and we got Man United's rivals, Leeds United under 23s.
Leeds United under 23. So what are we saying? Do you have some silverware under your belt? It's SiMaggio.
do.
He's got a
We
trophy, ladies
absolutely
and gentlemen.
smashed Leeds as well. 15 shots, 5 on target, 2.74 xG. We limited them to 2 shots on target. That was it, or 2 shots altogether even.
Yeah.
We absolutely smashed them.
Complete shutout.
2-0, and that was it. We even had a disallowed goal.
Just to rub it in, you got an extra goal that you didn't even need.
We were 2-0 up after 18 minutes, and it was plain sailing from there. So we got a Papa John's trophy. The lads filled up on free pizza. Maybe they shouldn't have done, because
That's the results for the end.
yeah, but yeah, we they should have filled up, or maybe a better quality pizza brand. We could have done that. But yeah, we've got the
Healthier
Papa
option. Mm.
John's trophy, which the board don't care about. But there we go.
I'm sure they will when they're eating
I
those
have some
pizzas.
silverware. I got a little cup.
The cups, yeah.
That's the Coca-Cola cup. Did he? No, it's not the Coca-Cola cup, is it? It's a different one.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola cup's the one we've been knocked out of. The Carabao.
Yeah, the Carnival Cup, the energy drink cup. So then the next cup that we go to is the FA Cup. This is, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the one that's really for the fans, isn't it? This is where people like to have their cup runs to make history and all that such. I got let down on penalties, actually. Penalties seem to be something that this team couldn't do for me. I've constantly missed the 5th penalty, which has cost me in both penalty shootouts I've had. So we bow out 0-0 to Oxford again, devastatingly enough. But they deserved the win. Yeah, they were a slight nemesis for me here, but no cup runs for me. What about you?
First round we had Stockport. Nice easy League 2 opposition, and same story as what happened in the League Cup. We had the shots, we had the XG, we had 75% possession in this game, and we lost 2-1 to a 93rd minute goal from Wayne, from John Rooney as well, from Wayne Rooney's
From his brother. He wants that cup run. Yeah.
So that was a hard loss. We rested a lot of players in that game, and that might have been a mistake. But that match came right in the middle of we'd just come off the back of 8 games in October. It was the second of 5 games in November, and then in December you've got another 9 games. So we thought we'd rest a couple of players.
It makes sense.
It was
You've already got a
it
cup.
doesn't if you go out.
Yeah, but you've already got a cup under your belt. You don't need it anyway. It's fine.
We didn't at that point. We
That
got
is-
boot faces.
That is true, actually. Yeah, well, you knew you were going to get it. You were feeling confident. The players knew that was the cup to focus on. That's what you'll tell the board anyway when they.
I mean, Portsmouth have got an FA Cup. They got one in 2008. That's why they didn't care in 2010 when they lost to Chelsea. Already had one.
Yeah, but it's two's overrated.
They've got the record for holding the FA Cup for the longest as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, held the FA Cup for 5 years, 6 years.
Wow. Okay. Fair.
Not because they kept winning it.
Yeah, just postponed.
No, it's because the Second World War.
Yeah, well, yes, it was postponed.
Yeah. Just no one else could take it off them.
Yeah, it was too dangerous to play football back in those days. Right, so we'll move on to the league then. So we have, so your first 2 games are your cup games. Will then run from, my first league game was the 12th of September, I think that is, and then we go through to October. So I only lost 2 games in this run and had 1 draw. I think my best result is probably, I'm actually looking at this, I don't think there was any outstanding results. We lost to Burton 1-0 in the 3rd game of the season, which was quite annoying, and I think in perspective, a 0-0 draw with MK Dons was probably one of my stronger results there. But I was quite happy with my start.
So we had Shrewsbury first day of the season, smashed them 5-1, and then we lost 4 games in a row, and that did not look good. And it left us down in 22nd place in the league. This was not a good start to the season.
Yeah, it's
I had
not.
to turn things around quick there.
Yeah. So then November to Christmas, this is where things kind of heat up. You get a lot of congested games coming up here. It keeps going, to be fair, with this league. Um, I managed to lose 1 to Lincoln. Crew Alexander beat me 3-2, who were kind of, I was almost around the playoff zone at this point. I think I was like maybe sitting between like 3rd and 5th or something. And Crew were sitting at the top of the table, so that was a sore one for me. I then lose to Peterborough, but every other game I'm winning 4-1, 4-1, 5-2 and 3-1 to some big opposition in there. So I was feeling confident coming into just after Christmas, had my Christmas dinner, my players were happy. I think we're sitting like 3rd in the league after all this. It was good. Morale was high. How did you manage to turn it around?
Yeah, so well, actually in October we turned it around. So we after those 4 losses, we had 4 wins and a draw, including a 4-2 and a 5-1 against Northampton and Charlton.
Yep.
The draw was against Gillingham. We lost to Lincoln early November,
Yep.
2-0. That was a bad result. But then we went on and this goes right through till February.
Okay.
Mid-February, 20th of February, this goes through till we go in on a 21 game unbeaten run.
Wow. That's a
There were
lot
a
of
couple
games.
too many draws in there. Quite a few draws. A lot of 2-2s in there, and a lot of 0-0s. But I think we got 8 draws and 14 wins in that period.
Jeez. And that's all the way up to mid. That's wild.
But the only problem is that that early setback had left us behind it. I think we were stuck around 4th, 5th place, even with all those wins. We closed the gap a lot, but we were stuck around 4th, 5th place.
Still painful. Yeah, that's not ideal. So I started off the year with a 2-1 win against Accrington, and I thought my run of form, because previous to that I'd 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was 7 games winning, all pretty comfortable scorelines as well. But then I lose 3-2 to Wimbledon, and then another 2-0. Well, the 2-0 loss to MK Dons was in the cup, so it doesn't matter. So our kind of a rocky start there, but then we pick it up a little bit, but we still drop to Lincoln and Plymouth. But then if I run up to March, I've got a 3-0 win against Hull, which is quite big, and a 2-0 win against Crewe, which is kind of desettling them from the top, and then a 3-3 draw with Oxford takes me into March. And I think roughly around this time I'm probably sitting 1st, 2nd, 3rd, kind of fluctuating between there. I think we had a lot of movement round about there, a lot of clubs with potential to go on and win / playoff places. What did your kind of not last run,
just
but
there where Blackpool and Oxford were, those matches in late February. I lost to Blackpool, I lost to Oxford. We beat Gillingham and then I lost to Doncaster. So with 3 losses out of 4 really put a dent in our promotion chances. Right there, automatic promotion chances. Because the problem I had at this point was MK Dons and Oxford were running away with the league. I've got at the end of the season, we have Oxford and MK Dons, are in the high points. I don't give it away just yet where they finished up or where we all finished up, but they're starting to pull away. I'm probably 10 points behind them at this point.
Okay.
They're not losing many games.
Yeah, they seem to be quite dominating in yours. So then we had, if I look at March, I've got 2 losses to Northampton and Sunderland, which kind of hurt me a little bit. I thought I could maybe build on leads that I was gaining. And then running into April, I'm going to run down to MK Dons on the 17th of April. I draw 0-0 to MK Dons. I'm top of the table at this point with 3 games left to go. I'm 4 points clear. MK Dons obviously draw, so the 4-point clear stays. And then I'll hand over to you before we run down to the last.
Yeah. I think my order must have changed because I've got some international players. You didn't have any international players, Veggie?
No.
Surprisingly. My games got postponed because I had players getting called up and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because the schedule's the same except for those little bits where there's internationals.
Yeah,
so things didn't go great for a little bit. I mean, we got a couple of wins again in March. Then we lost to Ipswich, lost to Wigan in April, lost to Swindon in April. We drew with MK Dons.
Yep.
But I think at that point, so drawing with MK Dons right there put us out of that automatic promotion. Oxford are away. If we'd have beaten MK Dons, that's a 6-point swinger.
Yep.
But we had 4 games left to go then. So I might as well finish up my season
Yep. Go
here.
for it.
We lost to Swindon in the next game, so automatic promotion was over at that point. You know,
Yep.
even mathematically, I think there wasn't much I could do. We still had to secure playoffs, so we beat Bristol, and then we had the last two games, Wimbledon and Accrington. I think we'd secured playoffs all but mathematically. So as long as our goal difference was so high that the team below us weren't going to reach us. Oxford and MK Dons at this point were sitting on 90+ points, both of them.
Wow. Okay. Quite high.
Hull as well. Hull in third place were also on the 90-point mark. But we lost. We rested a load of players and we lost to Wimbledon and Accrington. So we had a disappointing finish. We finished 5th on 75 points. So you can see we finished 15 points off in the end. You know, if we'd have won those two games, perhaps we'd have been.
There's
didn't
a
rest
chance.
the full team. We could have been up at. We would have been up at maybe 81 points.
Yep.
But we'd still be 10 points off MK Dons and Oxford.
Yep. I think that's still quite respectable total considering the start as well. We'll come to kind of where I finish and my reasoning behind that. So I'm 4 points clear of MK Dons with 3 games left to go. I've got Bristol Rovers, who I want to say they were sitting in 19th. The number 19 specifically stuck in my head for this, so that's what I think they were. I have 32 shots, 13 on target. They have 2 with 1 and a 0.09 XG. They scored an absolute screamer in the 81st minute to equalise. So it's not the end of the world. We don't lose the game. We do drop 2 points that really should have been a win. I did literally throw the hammer at that at one point. I think I had like all of my attack up. I didn't have one defender after the 85th minute, just trying to go for it. I couldn't bring it back. So now MK Dons are now 1 point behind me because they won their game. I've then got Wimbledon and Accrington. AFC Wimbledon I think they were probably sitting around 9th or something around this point. They beat me 1-0 with a penalty in the 77th minute. They deserved it by looking at the stats. They had a better XG than me. Had slightly more shots, but they deserved it. MK Dons now... No, sorry. I think MK Dons went 1 point above me. I might be getting mixed up here, but they were still within technical catching distance depending on the last game. Accrington up last game. MK Dons finished 0-0. I drew 1-1 with them. I couldn't do anything. It was 47th minute equaliser. Once again, I just chucked everything at it. I was demanding more. I was berating the boys. I had about 10 strikers almost, and nothing happened. I think we had like a second half of no highlights basically. It's just one of those stupid games. So we finished second, which I'll take, like we said at the start. It's an automatic promotion. Don't need to deal with any of the playoff drama.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what you want. You got them in the championship. So you came second, but MK Dons won the league.
Yep.
And then who got the playoff spot?
I will just get that up just now. I want to go season. Nope. Past position. Nope.
What points total were you looking at in the end?
That's what I'm getting. So yes. So MK Dons finished top on 86, and I finished second with 84, which is why I said that your points total isn't all that bad.
If you'd got 84 in mine, you'd have been 5th as well.
Yeah.
Interestingly.
So I've got that probably quite lucky there that I've not been hit with the run that the others in your save has. Blackpool is
86 was 4th place.
Yeah, exactly. So MK Dons finished first, I second. Blackpool won the playoff, finishing 4th on 78 points. How did your playoff go?
Right, let's see if I'm joining you in the championship. First leg, I got Ipswich. So first leg against Ipswich. They're the ones who finished on 86 points in 4th place. Right, here we go. I'm going to do it again. Ready?
Yeah.
Tell me where you think the result. Right. Portsmouth, home team.
Yep.
16 shots, 10 on target, 2.62 XG.
Yep.
13 corners, 91% passes, 59% possession. Right.
Yep.
Ipswich, 5 shots, 3 on target, 0.33. 41% possession, 82% pass rate.
Oh, I just know you've been FM'd here. You absolutely
a 1-1.
have. Wow.
We didn't lose, but we absolutely dominated that game. How 2.62 XG, 10 shots on target. We just couldn't get those goals in. I think, did we miss a penalty as well or something? What did we do?
I'm presuming the keeper had a man of the match in that game as well for them, most likely.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised.
They had a disallowed goal as well. Troy Parrott.
Oh, wow. Troy Parrott.
Troy Parrott. I didn't even know he was still playing.
He's a young Tottenham prospect, isn't he?
Oh, he is young. Yeah, of course he's still playing. I was thinking of Troy Deeney for a second. Who is also still playing.
It's still very much playing.
Troy Parrott was always one of those. Do you know what I think? I can't believe he's still playing because he always shows up in FM. He was a wonder kid for years.
Yeah.
I don't even know. We say he's a young prospect at Tottenham. He's probably not that young anymore.
Nah, he's 19. I'm looking at him just now. Well, so I think actually currently he's probably 18 at the start of the save, but he turns 19 come the end of the save.
Oh, is he still? He is still that young then.
Still that young, yeah.
So he was always the player to sign for the last few FMs. So, sometimes when that happens, you forget that they're now 20, 22 or something.
So second leg.
Second leg, we go to Ipswich. A bit of a closer game in terms of the stats. I had 12 shots, 7 on target, 1.27 xG. 60% possession though, away from home. We went 1-0 up in the 6th. They added the goal disallowed in the 5th, and we went 1-0 up in the 6th minute.
Well, okay.
They equalised 21st minute. We scored again 41st. They equalised 43rd minute. And then they got a winner in the 67th minute. So we lost 3-2 in that game. Even if we, again dominated the XG, dominated the possession. Yeah, we just lost. We lost in the playoffs to Ipswich, who did end up getting promoted.
I see. You lost to the eventual promotion winners.
Yeah, but a disappointing season, 5th, and not getting promoted. So board probably weren't happy with me.
you might
Just
find
say
yourself
I've
getting
got an
sacked.
E-rating right here, but when I load up
An
the most
E-rating?
recent version, it's down to a C.
I'm on a B minus. There you go.
We did almost get the sack as well at the end of the season, not because of the results, but actually because of a board takeover.
All right, okay.
That might refresh. What might be why my why it's refreshed, why it's gone down to a C, because it's a new season and there's a new board.
Yep.
They don't hate me so much.
They've forgotten about what happened.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't too bad, but we did have some stupid losses. I'm lucky I didn't get sacked at the start of the season, to be honest.
Yeah, that would have been brilliant. I'd have loved to have come on here and just went, so how did you get on? And you're like, well, I don't have a job.
Oh, well, I didn't see my January transfer, did I?
Yeah, I've just been looking at that and we missed that.
Yeah, so who did I bring in? I brought in Neco Williams from Liverpool. The
very good signing. Yeah, very good.
I played him as a right back and a wing back. Oh, I always had so with Neco Williams and Robert Navarro, the one I got in from Tottenham. Jose Mourinho was always on the phone. Oh, why you are playing him out of position? That's a better accent than I did yesterday from Mourinho. I gotta say, I don't know what I gave him yesterday. I probably gave him a Welsh accent or something.
I think so.
Yeah, Mourinho was having a go at me, saying it wasn't even like I was like using him as an inverted wing. I think he wanted him to be used as an advanced playmaker, and I was using him as an inverted winger.
All right,
and then Neco Williams, I was using him mostly as a wing back. Actually, I wanted him as a wing back.
Yeah.
But it's like he can work as an advanced winger as well. So
it's a pretty good signing.
We're playing him.
Yeah.
Andre Almeida from Leeds. Actually, we paid 400k for him, but he was a 5-star player.
That's very good
coming in.
Yep.
On loan, and Niels and Cuckoo from Everton on the left side, another 4-star left back. 16 acceleration, 14 pace, pretty good. He can't defend though. That's the only problem with him. He'd have been pretty good for you as a wide wing back. Although, having said that, he can play.
It's one of
the
those
furthest back wing back position. He can play advanced winger.
Yep.
Nothing for just regular wide midfield. And the regular, like, wing back left, unconvincing. So a defensive wing back left, natural. Wing back left, unconvincing. This guy
in between, he's just not quite there.
Yeah.
He can
Which
either
I don't
commit.
get considering he can't defend. It's, well, he's got 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 for defending, tackling, and marking, which might be enough at this level. But.
Yeah, so it might just be like his mindset. He can either commit to defending, or if you put him far up, he's like committed to the attack. But if you put him in between, he's like just standing there like that. The gif where they're just like turning around with their hands, just looking so confused. That'll be him. Cool, so I'm going to claim the victory on that one then, despite you winning the Papa John's trophy. You did get a trophy.
You got. If I was a Pompey fan, I'd be going for the promotion. I am a Pompey fan. I'd be going for the promotion if I was a Pompey fan.
Yeah.
I'd be saying take the promotion. That's the one you want. Get up into the championship.
from board expectation as well. I'm just
Especially as
gonna
you've made
settle
less
that.
signings as well. I chucked in all these loan signings and they didn't gel. Maybe the lack of experience killed me.
Potentially, it might just be that the youngsters, like I brought in Luke O'Connell just because I'm a Celtic fan, so it was kind of just like my first instinct was Celtic under 23s, and I was like, right, I want to see Luke O'Connell play more games, bring him in. I did try and bring in a couple of extra Celtic ones, but they weren't letting me have the people I wanted. My dream was to get young Dembele in on loan, but they don't let me sign him on loan for some reason. They only let me put an offer, and they want like 70 million, so I was like, yeah, I don't have that much money. Is that?
Who do you feel like your star player was?
Star player is Jordi Huala, without doubt. If I go career stats, 38 games, 29 goals, and 6 player of the matches. Undoubtedly
He was good
the
for you.
best. Yeah, he was so
Why was
good.
he good for you? He was no good for me.
I played him as an advanced forward, and he just kind of got onto all the loose balls. I felt like this isn't a dig at League One football, but I felt like the standard wasn't always the best from the defenders, so that like it often just like went through both of them or something, and then he just managed to run through, get the ball, and then either lob the keeper or place it past him. He was really good for me. What about you? Was it one of your loans?
No, Ronan Curtis got me 17 goals. We did have an injury, so we played John Marquis up front, and he got quite a few goals, but he also got a bit of an injury. We had to play Cyril Thoreau for a bit. I'm just trying to find Huala. Huala did get some goals, but not very many. Have I sold him at the end of the season? Because he doesn't seem to be in the club right now. I did just let a whole load of players go, to be fair. I can't find him in my club. Is he on loan? No, he's not, is he?
Nah, you actually got him for free, but looking at things, you got him for free from Coventry.
He's not on loan from Coventry.
Nah, he's free.
Why is he not showing up in my squad? Have I filtered out, like...
Filtered out the good players.
Yeah. Let's Google him.
Maybe that was the issue. Maybe you should have started him more and you might have found yourself...
He's at Livingston now.
Really?
Oh, he's left. He left on a free to Livingston.
Okay.
At the end of the season. Yeah, so he played... he played 24 times, but he only played 4 times. He only started 4 times, and he only got 1 goal, and he had 20 sub appearances. So yeah, it didn't really
Step up to the mark.
No. In fact, he played more than 24 times. He played 28 times with the Cups, and only got 1 goal for me.
Wow. Okay. Quite disappointing for him then. Cool. Well, we'll call that a wrap on part 1. One more time just before we go off, if you want to plug your channels, and then if you want to reveal what we're doing for part 2.
Yeah, sure. So you can catch me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/SiMaggio. You can catch me on YouTube, just search for SiMaggio. Twitter @SiMaggioFM. TikTok, I don't know what my TikTok is. I think it's @SiMaggio, Si.Maggio or something.
I think it is, yeah.
I couldn't get SiMaggio. I couldn't get SiMaggio on Twitter either. So it has to be SiMaggio FM. It is one of those egg ones with 1 tweet as well. So I can't get it. Like 2014 egg tweet. Yep. Someone's nicked the name. But yeah, I'm on all those things. Football Manager on most of them. Yeah, come check it out.
Lovely. Make sure you drop follows on all of them. And then so
Sure.
part 2.
Part 2, we got a special.
Yep.
It's the Euros coming up, Veggie, in
It is indeed
2 weeks now.
It is. I'm actually really devastated. I've booked to go home for my wedding later on in the year. I'm having to go get my kilt fitted. So the only weekend I could do was like the 18th, 19th, and I've realised that's when the bloody Scotland-England game is in London, and I'm like, I'm devastated.
My cousins got married when it was the Portsmouth FA Cup final, the year that we won it, and we were against West Brom. And I think the wedding was somewhere around West Brom. I think it was in Bromwich, but it was in that area.
Yeah.
And we were playing West Brom in the semi-final. And we were just watching it in the bar, we were because the brides hadn't arrived yet. Luckily, the brides were late.
Right.
So we were like, it's like, don't go to extra time. Oh, but there's like 2 minutes left of the game. The bride's still late, and then literally as soon as the game finished, they turn up and they're like, "Guys, get in the other room. You got to get in the other room. The brides are here." We're like, "Yeah, sure." We're just happy that Bumpy got through to the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd do World Cup. England-Scotland game as well.
Yeah.
So this is a bit different. We haven't taken on the same team, have we?
No, we've not. We split this one up separately. The backgrounds. Yeah, the backgrounds that I've got set up behind us probably give it away slightly. But yeah, so Euro season. Who have you went? There's one team surely.
Let me check that I've got it loaded up the right version. Yeah, of course I've gone for Scotland. No, I've gone for England. I've gone for England.
Yeah, so Si's taken England, I've taken Scotland. We've got the World Cup qualifiers and then the Euros, see who does better on that one. So make sure you come back. I'm always going to set a like target on this, but I don't actually know how many likes I get because my YouTube isn't anywhere near where I want it to be yet. So but we'll just say fuck it. Let's go. If we get 5 likes within the first day, we'll upload part 2 maybe tomorrow. I don't know what day this is going up, so who knows. But yeah,
The next day.
yeah, the next day or whatever that is, this will probably get uploaded on Saturday the 29th. So we'll upload it on Sunday if we hit those likes. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you with part 2 tomorrow, hopefully, maybe. Bye.
Yep.